Hello and welcome to week 27 of our midweek devotional videos. This week we will be hearing about our new Columbarium project. This has been in the works for a long time, and there's even a Columbarium committee that's been working together to make sure this is exactly what will be best for Ashland Place. So today you will hear from two members of that committee, along with our resident architect, Don Bowden, and you will hear from Jonathan Law, our chair of the trustees committee. And at the end, you will also get to hear how you can be a part of helping fund this new and exciting project. We hope you are encouraged and inspired hearing about the way God is moving at Ashland Place.
Jesus said, "I am the resurrection and the life. Those who believe in me, even though they die, yet shall they live. And whoever lives and believes in me shall never die." John 11:25. Our church is a home to which we turn at many times in our lives, but perhaps never more than when we are grieving. After much work over many months, the administrative board, trustees, finance committee, and Columbarium committee are honored to offer a Columbarium to our church members and their immediate families. The Columbarium will be a permanent structure built to complement our church building, with niches or compartments designed to hold the urns and ashes of our loved ones. The traditional church graveyard served for many years as the ideal place of burial for its congregation. Members were born into the church, spent their lives involved in the church community, and at death, members remained a part of that community by being buried within the graveyard. As churches began to move into more urban areas and there was no longer space around the churches to bury the members, burial in cemeteries came into more frequent use. The concept of the church columbarium is simple in function, yet powerful in both mission and ministry. The columbarium option answers the needs of many of our members. Interment within a columbarium allows church members and their families to have a final resting place within the shadow of Ashland Place, a place we all know, love, and cherish. We are born into the church, our lives have been spent in the church community, and now in death, we can be welcomed back into the church. The Columbarium will offer departed members a true homecoming on the sacred grounds of Ashland Place. As well, a Columbarium can be a place of great peace and tranquility, and can provide families the opportunity for a memorial service and interment of ashes in one place. There are many decisions to be made at a loved one's death. An interment in a columbarium may remove some of the logistical and financial decisions that must be made. A columbarium is an extension of Ashland Place ministry to our families and a continuation of our church community.
Hi, well, I was asked to give an overview of the proposed Columbarium project for Ashland Place. The committee looked at lots of different locations so that it would be accessible, that it would be a prominent spot, but it wouldn't inhibit any future growth. And what we've decided upon is for phase one that it will be located here. And this is right outside the sanctuary. We are on the south side of the sanctuary between it and the parlor building. And we will begin with a small footprint that basically creates a little walled garden. In this walled garden, each of the walls are only 5 feet, so you have the security of knowing people can see in, but when you're seated at the bench, you also have that isolation that allows you to sit and contemplate. And what it will look like is basically the rest of the church. We tried to recreate the same materials, create a small intimate garden that would also allow us to expand over time should we need to. But I think that this will be a very pleasant addition to the church.
Hello, Ashland Place family. I'm Jonathan Law, chair of the Board of Trustees. I want to briefly tell you about the Columbarium project, which was recently unanimously approved by the Board of Trustees. It was designed by our resident architect, Don Bowden, and it should be a wonderful addition to our church campus. For more information, feel free to reach out to me or Don or one of the members of the Columbarium Committee, Kano Rear or Susan Santoli. And we're excited about it and look forward to seeing everybody soon. Have a wonderful day. God bless.
Hi, I'm Kane O'Rear, a member of the church, and I just want to talk a few minutes about our Columbarium project that we're so excited about. This began as a grassroots effort 10 years ago, and I was involved at that time, and it's just really wonderful to see that it's coming to fruition. It's going to be right here at this spot. I'm standing obviously in front of the church, and I'm just south of the sanctuary, and really we just look forward to having this amenity and making this ground that I'm standing on even more sacred than it has been. My wife Gwen and I have committed to the project. A number of others have already committed, and I want to just talk today about a couple of things that you may need to know in terms of information regarding your decision on this. And the first is the cost issue. And let me say this, from the very beginning, the whole concept was that we would build this columbarium without intruding on any of the operational funds or the building funds of the church. And so this is an expense that most people, either through burial or cremation, have to undergo anyway. And so it shouldn't have any impact at all on those two funds. And these funds that are used for this will remain distinct and dedicated to this particular project. In fact, we think actually in our planning that the building of this will actually enhance the other funds that we have in terms of our operational and our building giving. So that's the first thing. The second thing is that Don Bowden has estimated that the project will cost in the first phase somewhere in the neighborhood of $100,000, and I think he's given it a range of about $89,000 to $107,000. And it may even come in less than that. But we are committed as a committee and as a church to raise those funds before anything is done. And so the process will be that members who are interested in this and decide to go forward with this will fill out an application with the church and will pay up front. And the amount that you pay for a niche in this particular phase one of our columbarium will have 52 niches. Each niche will hold 2 urns. In other words, the remains of 2 people can go into one niche, and that niche will cost $5,000. And so we hope by people signing up to obviously completely pay for the construction costs and then have additional funds as it continues into the future where the church will maintain it in perpetuity. And so the niches are exclusive to what's called the licensee or the member or the person that actually purchases one. And so you can't have some other family or other person go into your niche with an urn. And so it will be reserved for either 1 or 2 urns within each niche. And there's maybe a question about who's eligible to do this. And since we're a church family, we have extended this opportunity in the rules that apply to the columbarium to our extended family. And so members of the church obviously are eligible. The spouses of members are eligible. The children and stepchildren and grandchildren and step-grandchildren are all eligible. Parents of members are eligible. Clergy, obviously, and staff are eligible, as well both current clergy and former clergy. And so it's just going to be a wonderful opportunity for our church to have this really family spot for remembrance and for prayer and for consecration. And we so look forward to this coming to fruition. And if you want to participate, please call Pam Bostic in the church office, and she can give you some directions, or you can call me or any member, Susan Santoli, Don Bowden, Jonathan Law. Any of those who have spoken on this issue can fill you in on details. But we look forward to getting it built, raising the money and getting it done very soon. Thank you.
I love you, Lord. Oh, Oh, your mercy never fails me. All my days I've been held in your hands. From the moment that I wake up until I lay my head, I will sing of the goodness of God. All my life you have been faithful. All my life you have been so, so good. With every breath that I am able, I will sing of the goodness of God. I love your voice. You have led me through the fire. In darkest night, you are close like no other. I've known you as a father. I've known you as a friend. I've lived in the goodness of God. All my life you have been faithful. All my life you have been so, so good. With every breath that I am able, I will sing of the goodness of God. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. With my life laid down, I'm surrendered now. I give you everything. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. All my life you have been faithful. All my life you have been so, so good. With every breath that I am able, I will sing of the goodness of God. I will sing of the goodness of God.